Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Respond for me, guys. All of you get my voice on screen. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Fine. Guys, in the last classes we completed what we completed there in the last sessions, no? In the last classes, we completed approaches to take dynamic input. That point we completed. So that approaches to take dynamic input is a frequently used concept. That's why as a first priority we have discussed about that. Then in JDBC we are going to use again frequently file output stream, file input stream, except landing related points. These things we are going to understand definitely. So here we can observe carefully. First, a file output stream. What is the purpose of this file output stream? What is the need of it? Before this, now tell me, first of all, the name file output stream, the name ends with the string. The name file output stream ends with the string. So which type of stream it is no? Which type of stream it is no? Is that byte oriented stream or character oriented stream? Come on guys, everybody has to respond for me. Is that byte oriented stream or character oriented stream? Definitely it is byte oriented stream. Definitely byte oriented stream. All of you understand it. Definitely it is like what no byte oriented stream. Right? Why? Because ended with the string. Good. Anyway, I'm giving clarity to you. Try to understand it. What is the purpose of this file output stream? The main purpose of file output stream is to send data from Java application to a particular file. That's the main purpose of file output stream is to send data from Java application to a particular target file. That is the purpose of file output stream. But how? How we are able to send data from Java application to a particular target file? How it is? How it is possible? You have to understand it clearly. Then for that I will show some representation or try to follow this representation, all of you. That's it. Now I want to take, this is my Java application. Now this is a text file somewhere as target file. Some text file is existed. This is Java application. And say for example, this is like what now abc.txt. So my requirement is here I'm going to take the data like a hello. This is a hello data. I want to transfer to, I want to send it to abc.txt. Hello data. I want to send to abc.txt. This is my requirement. abc.txt. Hello data. Okay. Then observe carefully. In this scenario, observe carefully. If you want to send data from Java application to a particular target file, there we have to use file output stream. If we want to use file output stream, first we have to create file output stream object. First we have to create file output stream object. How we are going to create that file output stream object now? Let's check this one. File output stream FOS is equal to new file output stream of new file output stream of new file output stream of, we have to specify the name and location of the target file. We have to specify name and location of the target file. What is this name and location of the target file? As of now, we can understand abc.txt. abc.txt, comma true. Why I am going to provide true, that I will discuss with you later, not immediately. Why I am providing true value, that I will discuss with you later, not immediately. Okay, right. This is what we have to do. Then immediately what happened? First, JVM will check whether abc.txt file is existed or not existed. First, JVM will check whether abc.txt file is existed or not existed. If abc.txt file is already existed, then it will create file output stream directly. If abc.txt file is not existed, then JVM will create a new file with the name abc.txt, and JVM will establish file output stream. Come on here. What I am asking you clearly, the point is very much clear. What is the point here I am telling to you? First, JVM will check whether abc.txt file is already created or not, that means already existed or not. If abc.txt file is not existed, then JVM will create a new file with the name abc.txt, and JVM will establish file output stream. Observe carefully. For example, if abc.txt file is already existed, if abc.txt file is already existed, then what JVM will do now? JVM will not do anything, just directly it will create a file output stream. Directly JVM will create file output stream. That's it. So in this example, already abc.txt file is existed, so file output stream will be created. Here, in the case of this file output stream, in the case of this file output stream, there is no chance to get file not found exceptions. File not found exceptions we are able to get in the case of only file input stream, not in the case of file output stream. Why? Because if file is not available, then JVM will create a new file with the name abc.txt. If file is not existed, JVM will create a new file with the name abc.txt. Observe carefully. Right, that's why file not found exception is not going to be generated. Right, so now file output stream is created. Once again, I'll do this. Right, file output stream is created. Good. Whenever file output stream is created, then what next one can be have to do? Whenever file output stream is created, what next one can we have to do? We have to declare the data what we want to send it to the text file. Already declared the data, hello data. That means string data here I want to declare. String data is equal to hello. String data is equal to hello, that we declared. Right, good. Hello data here we declared. Now this data I want to be sent to the target file. But listen carefully, guys. This file output stream is a byte-oriented stream or not? File output stream is a byte-oriented stream or not? If it is byte-oriented stream, it able to allow the data in the form of bytes or not? It allows the data in the form of bytes or not? Means that in the form of binary or not? The data has to be allowed in the form of bytes or not? Okay, fine. It allows the data in the form of bytes only, but our data is available in the form of like what? No, string. Our data is available in the form of string, but my file output stream is able to allow the data in the form of bytes. So I have to convert the data from string representation to string type to bytes representation. You have to convert the data from string representation to bytes representation. That's what we require. So to convert the data from string representation to bytes representation, here we are going to use a method. That method would be byte array b is equal to data dot get a bytes method. Here we have to use data dot get bytes method. So data is a string variable. On it, get a bytes method is available. That get bytes method is able to return in the form of byte array. Okay, fine. Right. So now here we can understand that byte array is existed here. This is byte array. Here we are getting it. Some array is available where some values are going to be provided. ASCII values are going to be provided here. So when this is like byte array. Get bytes method is converting the string data to byte array. Whenever byte array is created, simply we have to send the byte array to file output stream. We have to send the byte array to file output stream. To send a byte array to file output stream, then what we have to do now? FOS dot write of byte array. FOS dot write of byte array B. That means automatically what happens there? The byte array data will be written to file output stream. Byte array data will be written to the file output stream. The file output stream is able to represent the data in the form of zeros and ones. That byte array file output stream is able to represent the data, total data in the form of zeros and ones. Right, sir. Finally, the data is available at right, sir. File outputs inside now. Then whenever this binary data is available, the data will be submitted to the text file. The data will be submitted to the text file. The data will be submitted to the text file. What is the data actually? Hello. Hello is the data. Hello is the data. The data is submitted to the text file. Now the data would be like what? No, hello. Hello is the data. Hello, guys. Observe carefully. Is my point is clear or not? Alright, so finally the data will come to the text file. So the text file will take the responsibility of getting the data from binary to internal text conversion. That will be done automatically. So we are not going to think much about it. Automatically it will be done. So this is the internal flow. At the end of the program, it is suggestible to close the. At the end of the program, it is suggestible to close that string. In general, whatever the strings here we are using, all the strings here we have to close. It is suggestible to close. Okay. So further purpose, what I am telling you, FOS dot close. FOS dot close. That's it. That's my guess. Now FOS dot close can be provided. What is the use of byte array? Then why? Because this byte array is representing all the values. That means string data we are converting to byte array. That byte array data we are submitting to file output stream. That's the purpose of this byte array. Already whenever we provided this file output stream, that file is open. Not required to open separately file. Okay. Right, sir. Then here I did not specify any location in the sense that file will be created current location only from where you are running your program, or else if you specify a particular location, at that location it will be created. Also in programming part. At the time, at that location it will provide it. Whatever the location here we provide it now. If abc.txt is already existed, then it will not be, it will not create it. The JV will not create a new file with abc.txt. It will reuse that existed file. Okay. Yes, sir. Got it? What I'm telling you? Mohammed, just think of it. Why I'm using this byte array here? File output stream is what? File output stream is what? File output stream is byte oriented stream. Right, sir. File output stream is what? No, byte oriented stream. But here our data is available in the form of what? String data. So I have to convert the data to the bytes representation or not? To convert data from string type to bytes representation, we are using get bytes method and byte array here we are taking. Okay, whenever we are writing this byte array data to the file output stream, that file output stream will represent data in the form of binary internal. The data transmission is going on through binary representation. Understand it clearly? So first we have to convert the string data into the byte array. Byte array is nothing but bytes representation. That bytes representation data is given to the file output stream. File output stream is basically byte oriented stream. It will take the data from this file output stream. It will take data from byte array. The data will be converted to binary internal. The data transmission is going on through binary. Whenever the data is reached to the destination, automatically the data will be taken with the text file, and text file is able to have the data as a text data. That's it. That's the purpose of it now. Exactly. Get bytes method is converting data from string type to byte array. Right. That's it. Now this is what exactly the meaning of file output string. Yeah. Yeah. Automatic from bytes to string. It will then bind into string. It able to do automatically whenever the data is coming to the target. Right. So now let's focus on this data now. Then whatever the things I discussed with you, as this here we are able to see the points now. Let me check this. Advanced Java. Yeah, the second parameter, true value, I will discuss with you guys. Don't worry for it. That I will discuss with you now. Yeah. Now observe carefully. So first of all, here what I am telling to you clearly, file output stream. Before going to take this file output stream, let me check this. E drive ABC XYZ location is available. In this location, I want to create a file, guys. In this location only, I want to keep my file. abc.txt or maybe some emp.txt or something else, whatever it may be, some text file I'm going to take in this particular location only. Okay. Now let's take this one. So first of all, I need to create file output stream. File output stream. FOS is equal to new file output stream of string are required. Now inside this, what we have to do, we have to go for :/abc /xyz slash. Just I want to say welcome dot txt. I think the slashes are not matched. We have to use forward slash, not backward slash. Yeah. That's okay, sir. Now that we have to plot file output stream, FOS is equal to new file output stream of :/abc /xyz slash welcome.txt. That's okay, fine. That's it. Can we use double quotation? Where? Yeah, of course, double slash is also be okay for you. Check once. Right. Then after that, then what happened here? Then after that, after completion of this, my requirement is I want to declare the data which I want to be sent to the target cell. So here I go for like what now? String data is equal to this. I want to take welcome to Durga software solutions. String data is equal to welcome to Durga software solutions. The data here we provided. Next one is we have to convert this data to the byte array. Byte array B is equal to data dot get bytes method. Whenever the data is getting into the byte array, then can we use parse method instead of get bytes method? Again, I'm telling you this get bytes method is a predefined method. Parse method is for what purpose, sir? Now tell me. Fire the method. Parse XXX method, I think so you are thinking no. Then parse XXX method. For example, parse int method is available. For what purpose we are using parse int? No. Fire the method. You have to respond for me. Parse int method is converting string data to integer data. Okay. And parse float method, if you have to know, string data to float data. Parse long in the sense string data to long data. But here my requirement is what now? Tell me. What is my requirement, sir? Now, first of all, tell me, is that byte array is a primitive data type or user defined data type? Byte array is a primitive data type or user defined data type? User defined data type. Parse XXX method, is it possible to convert data from string type to user defined data type? Is it converting data from string data type to primitive data type or converting data from string data type to user defined data type? Parse XXX method. Parse XXX method is for converting from string to primitive data types. So is it applicable now? Is that parse XXX method is applicable now? Right? Understood? Understood my answer? Right. Good. So now again, we are getting this byte array. Whenever we are getting this byte array, byte array B is equal to data dot get bytes method. Byte array data here we are getting, then directly we have to write the data to the file output. FOS dot write of B, if we provide, automatically the data will be transferred to the target file. Right, sir. So byte is a predefined data type only. Byte is primitive data type only. But byte array I am talking. All arrays are user defined data types, guys. This is very fundamental point. Supreme. All the array types are user defined data types. But only byte, if you talk about only byte, it's a primitive data type. Right? Only byte is primitive data type, but byte array is what? No, user defined data type. Right, good. So FOS dot write of B that we provided. Whenever we are providing FOS dot write of B, automatic data will be written there. Just for the sake of our awareness, yes, exactly. The file is not available, so it will create a file that we discussed. So now, what next one here after completion of this? No, just for the sake of awareness purpose, I want to write some information. No, data transfer to e:/abc/xyz/welcome.txt file. That message I want to get. No, then after completion of which, now okay, what I will provide? No, FOS dot close method. FOS dot close method. That's it. Observe carefully. Now, what I'm telling you, just I want to run this example. All of you observe this clearly. Now, okay. Now let me execute this. Now once again, I'm telling to all of you guys at e:/abc/xyz. Even I'm not having any file. If I run this program, file will be created. In that file, the data, welcome to Durga software solution, the data will be stored. Right? Now we will see that. I executed data transfer to this e:/abc/xyz/welcome.txt file. Now just when I open it and when I open this file, here we are getting the data. Welcome to Durga's office solutions like this, we are getting the data. That's it. This is what we are getting the data. That's okay, fine. Listen guys, all of listen carefully. This time, for example, I want to change the data. Now this time I want to provide like what now? Amir page that I want to provide. Amir page in the sense like what now? My31 comma Amir page that I want to provide. Tell me guys, all of you now tell me previously what data is available now? Previously what data is available? Welcome to Durga's office solution is available in the text file. Okay, good. Now what exactly the data I am trying to write now? My31 comma Amir page. Here two cases are coming. What are the two cases? No, case number one, old data in that file may override with new data. That is one case. And another point will be old data. That means new data will be appended to the old data. Either new data overrides old data or new data is appended to the old data. So either replacement operation or append operation, what it is performing, that we have to identify. What it is performing, that we have to recognize. Right, we are going to see this, what it is going to be performing by default. Click on no, data is sent to the respective file, open this one. Now tell me guys, what happened? Is it override operation or append operation? Is that override operation or append operation? Override operation it has performed here. So by default, file output stream is able to perform override operation. By default, file output stream is able to perform override operation. It is not performing like what no append operation. But my requirement is I want to append new data to the old data. I don't want to override the data. I want to append old data to I want to append new data to the old data. That's my requirement. I don't want to override existing data. So here what I have to do if it is a case no, right? If it is a case, then what we have to do no? Very simple. Here we have to use comma, true value here we have to provide. True in the sense append operation, false in the sense override operation. So here we have to provide true value. So here we have to provide like what not true value. True value here we have to provide. Right, observe carefully. Right, all of you understand this clearly what I'm telling you. If I run this program, the data will come to like what no? E:/ABC/XYZ/ welcome.txt. The data will come there. Now we can observe this. Once again, we execute the same program. No, two times we are getting my31 Amir page. Do one thing is now this time I want to change this data. What I want to provide there? Hyderabad data here I want to provide. With some space I want to provide. Already two times my31 we are getting. This time I changed this one. Now get true value here I provided. Click on this one. Here what happened then? No, if you have to this data, here what we are getting here, Hyderabad is appended to our data. Hyderabad is appended to our data. Understand it? What I'm telling you. Okay. Then what next one? After completion of this. After completion of this particular one, then what we are able to do now? Listen carefully. After completion of this particular point, my point is just I want to provide false value, for example. False value here I want to define the data. Again here I want to provide welcome to Durga's office. This time I want to write this one. False value here I provide. Now what is the present data here which is available already? The present data is something else. My31 Amir says Hyderabad. This is available presently. Okay. Now get what is going on now. If I run this program, what it is going to be performed here, just you can observe this clearly. We can understand it now. Right, sir. We will check this one. In the file, what data here we are able to get now. Welcome to Durga's of data here we are getting. So what happened here now? Override. Falseness is override and true in the sense like what no? True in the sense indirectly falseness is override, true in the sense append operation. True is append operation, false is like what no? Like override operation. That's the case now. This is the total story about like what no? File output string, the content here. So here it's not like that immutable or immutability because of this only with the small option we are unable to decide. Fires. Every time we are comparing the same concept with immutability and mutability, just forget about it. On every aspect it will not work. On every aspect it will not work. Okay, understand? So right, sir. That we understood at the time of objects, no. But here because of only this true value or false value, we cannot decide that file is immutable or that object is immutable. Right, sir. A number of factors will come there. If I want to have data in the next line, just we can use /n. /n. If we use, then automatically we are able to get the data in the next line. Next line characters case. Say for example, here what I want to do now. Already in the text file, what data is available? Welcome to Durga's Office Solutions is available. That's okay, fine. Now here I want to go for like what now? /n. Right, JDBC, now tell me what is the purpose of /n? Do you have any awareness on it? /n. New line. That's fine. Let's observe this clearly. What is going to be happening? And here I'm providing false value. But if you want to perform append operation, what we have to do now? True operation. True value here we have to provide. When we provide true value, yeah. Now click on enter button. Then execute this. Observe this in the data now. What we are able to get. Now see this. The data will come in next line. /. That means in that way here we can apply this. Depends on your requirement. These are very, very fundamental only. Right. This is like what I'm telling you, file output string. Leave it. That's sufficient, guys. Whatever the content can be provided, that's sufficient. Okay, fine. Example. Next one is then after that, what is my next requirement here? Do we need to handle file output string? I'm not getting it. Suhas. That is, do we need to handle file output string? That means you are asking about in JDBC, are you going to use any file output string like this? Exceptions you are talking now. Yeah, exactly. Because of that reason only, safety point of view, we are writing the throws exception. That's it. But here, yeah, throws exception here we are providing. But anyway, here file not found exception is not going to be generated. But because of some methods, maybe because of some predefined methods, we are going to have. That's why we written like what no throws exception. Okay. So that exceptions we'll discuss there in the next topic. Already we already provided that exception handling and all these things. Is there any what I'm not getting clearly? Carrier word based methods in FOS? Definitely. Then we can check with the API. Muhammad Malik. Then we can check with the API. FOS file output stream is available. Number of methods are coming. We can check this one. Each and every method we can apply. Just try with that each and every method. Flush method is available. Get channel method, get class, and get to do, get FD. All methods are available. Corresponding documentation is coming here. Just you can check it. Everything here we are able to get. Write the byte array, write an integer. Again, write byte array here, write into offline and length. All the things here. We are able to have these methods now. Just you can check this API. If you check this API, a number of methods we are getting. Guys, please remember this point. What I am telling to you. To move on to the JDBC program, up to how much I required, up to that I am discussing there. Don't expect the total content we are going to discuss. And one more thing I am telling you, in classes, n number of methods are coming. N number of methods are coming. Maybe in some classes, maybe 100 methods or 150 methods are also existed here. But If we are not going to discuss all these methods, basic idea we are going to provide how to use this file output stream. But if you are trying to discuss each and every method, the time may not be sufficient for us, even not required. Right? Just path I am giving you, or try to check that path. That's fine. That's perfect. Understand it? So in file output stream, number of methods are available. Just on the basis of the requirement, we are going to use that method. But basically, my requirement is what? Some data is available. The data I want to send to a particular target file. So I'm going to use what methods are required. Up to that, I'm using it. But more than that, methods if required, no, just we have to check with the API. Right? So by that, we are able to get much awareness. Understand it? What I'm telling you guys. All right, sir. So no response, sir. People are asking questions only. They are not replying anything to me. What I have to understand, whether you are getting my points or not, just right from starting, I'm observing that people are asking questions only. If you're not responding, how I'm going to understand it now? Whether you're understanding it or not. Right. Next one. Now let's come for this file input stream. Yeah. What is this file input stream? What is the purpose of this file input stream? File output stream purpose is what, guys? Now tell me, all of you know. What is the purpose of file output stream? What is the purpose of file output stream? What is the purpose of file output stream? To send data. To send data from Java application to a particular target file. That's the purpose of file output stream. That's very clear. Good. That's very clear. Now, similarly, what is the purpose of this file input stream? Purpose of file input stream. If you have to this, no, it's very clear. The main intention of file input stream is to, the main intention of file input stream is to carry data from a particular source file to Java application. The main intention of file input stream is to carry data from a particular source file to Java application. This is the purpose of like what, no? File input stream. Everybody understand this clearly. Converting, that means sending data from a particular source file to Java application. Then how it is possible? How it is possible to carry data from Java, from a particular source file to Java application? Let's observe this clearly. All of it, understand it. I want to take this is like what, no, abc.txt. This is abc.txt. Now here we are having Java application. This is like Java application. This is Java application. Now, here already we have data. You can understand, for example, data is available already. Hello data. My requirement is this hello data I want to get from abc.txt file to Java application. That's my requirement. So if you want to get the data from a particular source file to Java application, here we have to create file input stream object. Here we have to create. We have to create what? File input stream object. Right, sir. File input stream. FIS is equal to new file input stream. Now inside this file input stream, here we are going to provide abc.txt file. Yeah, abc.txt file that we have to provide. Here, comma true, comma false are not available in the case of this file input stream. Directly we can specify the name and location of the source file. Directly we can provide name and location of the source file. That's enough. That is sufficient. That's it. Now what happened internally? What happened internally? What is going on internally? I'll give some clarity. The point is, what's the point? No. First, the JVM will take the file name, whatever the source file name can be provided, abc.txt. First, the JVM will check whether abc.txt file is existed or not existed at the specified location. If no location is specified, then it will check at current location only. If abc.txt file is existed or not existed, JVM will check it. If abc.txt file is not existed, if the specified file name is not existed, then directly JVM will write an exception like java.io. File not found exception. JVM will write an exception directly. Java.io. File not found exception. That exception details can be able to get. That's it. All of you understand this now? What I'm telling you? Understand my point? First, the JVM will take the file name, source file name. JVM will check whether the source file name is existed or not. File is existed or not. If the specified file is not existed, immediately JVM will raise an exception like java.io. File not found exception. That we are able to get. For example, if abc.txt file is existed already, if it is already existed, then immediately what happens there? No, file input stream is created. Then immediately what it is creating? No, file input stream. File input stream is created. Right, so now this is file input stream. Listen carefully. When file input stream is created, whenever file input stream is created, automatically the data which is available inside the abc.txt file, the data will come to the file input stream. Automatically the data which is available in abc.txt will come to file input stream. Right, sir. So whenever the data is coming to the file input stream, the data obviously it will be represented in the form of binary one in general. The data representation inside these streams would be binary representation. Why? Because they're byte oriented streams. So streams are able to carry data in the form of binary. Alright, sir. Good. Now the data is available at Java search, at file input stream only. But I have to read the data. Now tell me, yes, this is byte oriented stream. If we're trying to perform read operation, we are able to get the data in the form of byte array only. Why? Because it's not like single value. It's a multiple values. So we can get the data in the form of like what? No, byte array only. We are able to get the data in the form of like what? No, byte array only. So first we have to prepare byte array. Right, sir. I'm going to prepare this byte array. Byte array B is equal to new byte array. Like this I have to prepare. But if you want to prepare byte array here, we require size or not? Size of the data. How much size here we have to provide for this byte array? How many elements here we want to keep inside this byte array that we have to provide the size or not? So here what I am telling you here, first we have to calculate data size. Whatever the size here we are calculating, that means whatever the data which is available inside this byte array, first we have to calculate what is the size of the data which is available inside this file input stream. After that, prepare byte array with the same size. Then after that, we can read data from file input stream to byte array. So first of all, we have to calculate size of the data which is available inside the file input stream. So for that purpose, we have to use into size is equal to FIS dot into size is equal to FIS dot available method is existed. What is the purpose of this available method? It will identify how many bytes of data available inside this file input stream. How much data is available inside this byte input stream? That length of the data, that means size of the data we are getting in the form of size variable. On the basis of the size variable, we are creating byte array. Still my byte array is an empty byte array. No data is available. Still my byte array is what now? Empty byte array. Just I created, just I make ready my byte array. Just I made ready my byte array. Right. Just I make ready my byte array. That's it, not more than that. No data is available as of now. Then after getting this ready byte array, what next one here? We have to read data from file input string to byte array. So for that purpose, what we have to do now? FIS dot read of byte array. FIS dot read of byte array. So now this read method will read data from file input string to byte array. Now the total data is available in the byte array. Right. So now data here we are getting in the form of byte array. Total data here we are getting in the form of byte array. Right. Whenever data is coming to this byte array, here we are getting. When data is available in the form of this byte array, next one is what now? We have to convert the data to the string type. I need to get the data into the string. Why? Because instead of byte array, string data representation is very good. Easily we can represent the data. Easily we can understand the data. So I have to convert the data from byte array to string. So for that purpose, we are going to use like what now? String str or string data is equal to new string of b. String data is equal to new string of b. So we are converting the data from byte array to string type now. String data is equal to new string of b. Like this can be out of. So automatically the data will be converted to string now. Right. So now here, hello is the data here we are able to get. String data. Of course, here we are able to have some ASCII values or something else. Inside this byte array, we are able to have some values there. We can understand it now. ASCII values are going to be existed here. Byte array in the sense, characters data will be represented in the form of ASCII values only. ASCII values still we are able to get inside this byte array. Automatically, the data will come to string. Now, string data is available. So now in our programming, whenever we are getting this type now, we are going to like what now? We are going to display that value. So for that purpose, we are going to display system dot print now data we are able to display. At the end of the program, we have to close that file in question. FIS dot close method. At the end of the program, we have to close this one. FIS dot close. Because for security reasons, for security purpose, we have to close that file input string. Right now, this is what exactly the way to implement. What exactly the way to implement this file input string. Right. Right, sir. All of you observe this clearly. This is the total content here we can understand. If there are duplicate abc.txt files, no? Suhas Hemant, please confirm to me, is there any chance we have duplicate files at a particular location? Is it possible to have more than one file with the same name at the same location? Is it possible? Right? JSON, that depends, sir. Then it's not like exactly JSON. No. Might be previously, might be people are using XML or maybe different files. See, that depends now. Then in some situations we can use text files also. In some situations we can use loggers. In some situations we can go for JSON. Now, in general, in the network data transformation point of view, we can go for XML or JSON. Nowadays, people are using JSON. Definitely, it will throw an exception. Madam, if data is corrupted, if the data is not read properly, definitely we are able to get some exception. Okay, that's fine, guys. The remaining part we will discuss on tomorrow. Tomorrow I will show programming part for that. Then after that we will go for exceptions and exception and related content. Right. Thank you. Thanks, Rob. We'll be done tomorrow.